Hello everybody, welcome to our channel Talk Babies. I'm Dr. Nupur Ghosh. So viewers, today I have a very informative video for you, and if your kid is between 6 months and 1 year of age, then this video is definitely for you. So tell me parents, are you feeling that these days your child has become more crankier, or has the drooling thing, the saliva which comes out of the mouth, has it increased a lot? Or your child is putting each and every toy of his or her into the mouth. Do you feel these things are happening? He's not sleeping properly and you're also getting annoyed. If these things are happening, then definitely he's going through a teething phase. So today I'm going to talk about teething. I'm going to tell you everything about teething, that starting from what is teething, what exactly is the age of teething, what are the signs and symptoms of teething, and how can we help our babies right there so that we can comfort them. So without any delay, let's start our video. Before that, I want to tell you that we do have an Instagram and Facebook page for Talk Babies, where we post some amazing photos and videos of Jashri and Inaya. Do check out that, you will love it. Okay, so now let me tell you what is teething. It is actually the baby's first teeth. They appear sequentially and typically in pairs. That is called teething. So basically the lower teeth, if we say in the layman's language, it's the lower teeth which are the first teeth usually to appear, and you will see they appear in pairs. That is, two teeth are going to appear together. So now when I tell you what is teething, let us now discuss that what exactly is the right age for teething. So right age, generally it is from 4 months to about 7 months. In all the babies, generally between 4 months and 7 months, that you'll see the teething has started. But don't get panicked if about some of the patients, they come and say me that, oh my god ma'am, it's 8 months and I haven't, the teeth are not out, it is something unusual or that. So don't worry about that. The teething can start as early as 3 months and it can continue up to a year. So even if your baby is a year old and the teeth has not appeared, don't get worried about that. It can happen up to a year, but if it is more than a year, then you should definitely consult the dentist. But up to a year, it's normal. It is considered normal for the teething to happen. Okay, so now the third question which normally my patients ask is how many teeth will appear in total for the kids and by what age? So in adults we have 32 and in kids we have 20 teeth. And the 20 teeth, you will see all complete set of 20 teeth by about 3 years of age. Okay, so now we have discussed about that what exactly is teething, what is the right age for teething, and total number of teeth. Now next go to the sign and symptoms of teething. In my video initially also I told you about the very common sign and symptoms which we usually see in all the kids, that is drooling, and secondly putting all their toys in the mouth, being more cranky. Kids are crankier, but these days when the teething is happening, they get more cranky. So getting more crankier and not sleeping properly in the night or in the daytime, especially at the nights, because this teething pain usually aggravates at night. So you will see that at night the kids are not sleeping properly. Now let me talk about some scientific sign and symptoms. Here it would be the swelling of the gums. If you just wash your hands and put your fingers around the baby's lower gums, you will see in this region, when you touch it, you will find some kind of a swelling. Again, one more sign which you would see is the rosy red cheeks. I know the kids usually have red cheeks, but that it's going to be more flushing, and you are going to see more rosy red cheeks. The third sign you will see is rejection of food. Obviously, because the child is going through this pain, he doesn't want to eat. So if you feel that what your child was eating usually, now that diet has decreased, so I think you should know that it's the time for the baby's teeth are erupting. So these are the common signs and symptoms. Now, some kids can have all the signs of this or all the symptoms, and some kids will have half of this, and some kids will have only 1 or 2 of these. And there's also one more category, that kids who will just go without. I mean, you would not only know, you would not come to know that the teething phase is going on. So this is basically because every kid has got a different pain threshold. Even with these sisters, Jashvi and Inaya, with Jashvi, the teething phase was very difficult both for Jashvi and for me and my husband. But with Inaya, it was a much easier one. So don't think that if your friend's kid went through the teething phase very easily, even your kid would do that. It could be a bit different. So you have to remember it depends upon the pain threshold. So you may be seeing all sign of symptoms or none of the above. Now the last one sign and symptom is there, but is actually not of the teething. Some patients come and they ask me, ma'am, my kid is having a lot of fever and diarrhea these days. I think it is, they say it. I think it is because of the teething phase. And I'm like, no. Fever and diarrhea are not related to teething. You know why it is happening? It's not a sign and symptom. It's not normal. Don't consider that. They start thinking that it's normal with teething. It's not normal. Basically why it is happening, because the main reason behind this is because I told you that every kid, kids, what they do, that they start putting everything in the mouth. So when they start putting everything in the mouth, now this everything cannot be cleaned by us mothers. We are so busy, we are so decked up with all the things, so we cannot clean everything. So with this everything inside the tummy, there goes a lot of germs too, and this causes diarrhea and fever. So a mild fever is okay with teething, you can get that associated, but if the fever is more and the diarrhea is continuing for a very long time, please do consult your child's pediatrician. It's very important. Don't think it's normal with teething. Don't give the statement that मेरे बच्चे का दांत निकल रहा है इसलिए उसको fever हो रहा है इसीलिए उसका पेट खराब है. This is not normal, please. This is not teething. Teething was just the above sign and symptoms which I told you. Okay, so that is about the sign and symptoms here. Now let's talk about the most important thing here. Most important thing is how can we help our kids. When I use the term help, I'm using the term help here because we cannot omit this phase from a kid's life. It has to happen. We can only help them to go through this phase more easily. And how can we help them? The most important thing here is love, care and affection. That is one thing which I think solves all the problems for us adults. So obviously it solves everything for the kids as well. The motherly love and affection, a motherly tight cuddle is very important here. The child is getting crankier, he's in pain and he doesn't even know that why it's actually happening. So you got to give him that strong cuddle. Okay. The second home remedy here would be just take a clean washcloth or a muslin cloth. So it has to be clean, properly clean. Then dip it in drinking water and refrigerate it. Do not put it in the freezer. Do not freeze it. Just refrigerate it for some hours and then you take it out, and when it's slightly cold, just put it on the gums. You will see instantly, the child is responding and he'll start feeling it much better. The same thing can be done with the liquid teethers as well. Jashvin and I used to use Chico liquid teethers and they were really, really amazing. So whatever teether is your child's favorite, and keep on changing the teethers because these kids, they get bored easily with the same teether very soon. So keep on changing the teether and just put the teether also in the refrigerator. Do not freeze it again and give to your child and you will see a lot of difference. Next, what you can do is, if your child is more than 6 months old and he has started on semi-solids, you can try finger foods. Finger foods like carrots, some chewable biscuits, or whatever your child's favorite food is. Just cut it and give it to him and you will see that he'll put some pressure on his lower gums and he'll start feeling well. Here you have to remember, don't leave your child unattended while you're giving him finger foods because they are very small. They really don't know if they cut it and somehow that piece gets choked, it can be very dangerous. So if you are giving finger foods, just be with the child then and there. So this was about the home remedies, very simple ones, but they actually help here. Now let's talk about some medicines here. So as a dentist, I would suggest that the best medicine here is a homeopathic medicine actually, and it is Calcarea Fos. This medicine is from the time, even me and my sister had, our mom had also given us this. So it's an amazing medicine. This was told to us also by our mom and it actually worked wonders. With Jashvi especially, as I told you, I had a tough time As soon as I started Calcarea Phos, which about if your baby is about 6 months, you can start Calcarea Phos. It has no side effects, and basically it is calcium phosphorus. So basically it helps to strengthen the baby's bones here, so the eruption becomes easy. The eruption is a little bit easier. So it has no side effects. And it really helps your kids. Do give it a shot. Do give it a try. This one, the Calcarea Phos, it's a homeopathic medicine. Now let's talk about the allopathic medicines. For allopathic medicines, if you feel the home remedies and Calcarea Phos is not working and your child is getting way too crankier, he's not eating anything, then you can go for the allopathic medicines. But in allopathic medicines, I would suggest paracetamol only, that is acetaminophen, because it is very safe. But here again, you have to consult your kid's pediatrician before giving him, because every medicine, according to the body weight, according to the body type, the dose is different for your kids. So you don't just, okay, fine, I take one tablet, my kid can also take that. No, you have to consult a doctor and then only give proper medicine to your kids. Now, next and the last thing would be, we use a lot of gels while we have these mouth ulcers. So sometimes we see the teething gels and all, these things, they come in the market. And is it safe to give these? No, it's not safe. I never give these to my patient because, these things, they have benzocaine. Generally, they have benzocaine. And this benzocaine is not at all safe for kids. Secondly, how exactly these teething gels work? They have to stay there for some time to work, because they actually just, they soothe the place. But with kids, what will happen, as soon as you put the teething gel, they'll get so much annoyed, they're going to push their tongue and the gel goes inside their tummy. So things are not working there. The gel is not staying there. So how will it work? So teething gel is not recommended totally. I never do that. So these were just the home remedies, Calcarea Phos, and last but not the least, paracetamol. Just do this and you will feel the difference. And this phase will definitely go. If you're having a tough time, it will definitely go in few months. But keep enjoying your child's first year, because it's the most special one and you'll always miss it. So that was it about teething. So stay safe, stay home, happy parenting. Bye bye.